Okay guys, in today's Mindset Monday video, I'm going to talk about how to become a sponsored athlete. And it's probably one of the questions that I've been asked about the most the past couple of years. And what I'm going to talk to you about doesn't really just have to apply to, getting something, getting a deal from, a supplement or clothing company. It has to do with partnerships that you might want to attain with any type of company or other people or connections that you have with other people. First off, you have to put yourself in the mind of the person that you want to contact, the company that you want to contact. You have to think about what is it that they want, what is it that they want to achieve. You need to know a little bit about the company, what results are they trying to get, and then you can think about how you can help them get more of the results that they want. So put them first and then put yourself second. Now, when I say, put the company first and put yourself second, I'm talking about, the mindset of think about giving first before taking. But what I do want to add to that is don't sell yourself short either. Yeah, know your value, know your worth. Don't just whore out, your followers and, be promoting something every single day and spamming their accounts for, 20% discount on a protein powder once a month or something. Yeah? And it's a mistake I see the vast majority of the people who contact me make. That's, they contact me and they immediately ask me, can I do this and that for them? Can I introduce them to the company? Without having offered anything first. And okay, one thing is like, if I know the person, if I've established a friendship with them for a while, I know what they stand for, I know what they offer, and I know that they can offer something, then that's a different story. But if it's a completely random stranger, and there's not even like a big introduction message like, hey Alex, I see that you're with my protein, I want to become an athlete too, like can you recommend me? That's just coming from a mindset of take, without offering anything. And I think this type of mindset is quite prevalent lately, with a lot of people feeling quite entitled to being an ambassador, being an athlete, or just receiving without necessarily having proven much themselves. Now, of course, if you're somebody with a long history in the field or the sector that you've been in, then you might not need an introduction. People will know you. But in that case, people will also companies will seek you out, so you won't need to ask somebody else. Of course, if you can't get a good introduction, that's better, and I always recommend that too. But I see many people sometimes, just starting out, having trained for like a couple of months or so, and they'll already expect to receive so much. I say first, try and make a difference, amongst your own followers first, and provide value to the people, so that you're also able to show a company what you can do for them, and tell this company what you can do for them. Because companies, they want to work with people who they want to be better off from working with you than not working without you. And if you're only mentioning in your email or whatever, what you can get from them, and you're not connecting the dots about how what you have can contribute to their bottom line, you're not going to get very far. Now, one important thing is also follower counts, but even that, you have to take it with a grain of salt. Of course, quantity is important, but quality, the old cliche, is much more important. I know guys with a couple of thousand followers, but we have such a strong, engaged audience who love them. They're not necessarily like a very loud audience, but if they, for example, recommend a certain product, or they recommend whatever, they don't have to do a lot of marketing. They don't have to create a crazy sales page. A huge percentage of their followers will just buy it. And that's what I call loyalty. That's what I call trust, credibility. And companies are much more likely to work with somebody like that than somebody who's got millions of followers, but the moment that they put something out, nobody buys it. Again, follower count doesn't matter so much. It's how engaged the people are, how much they trust you, and that's what companies, decent companies, are after too. Also, when you approach the company, think about how you can present an original idea to them. Something like a variation of a giveaway or something that company specifically has not done before, or maybe in a different format that you offer something. So say that, look, you have this idea, you want to make a couple of posts about this on social media, you want to integrate their branding in those posts, and think win-win for for the people that follow you and for the company, and put yourself last. think about how you can position yourself differently to all the other thousands of people who want the same thing from that company, and come up, be proactive in this. Don't wait for them to offer something and reply with like a counter offer. No, like be the first to offer something that they have not thought about. I mean, most of you know that I've been with MyProtein for a while. I'm actually now, I think, their oldest ambassador, in terms of that I've been with them probably longer than like most ambassadors from any brand in the whole fitness industry right now. So I mean, those who've been following me since the beginning, 2001 to 2002, before even MyProtein was taken over by the Hut Group, might remember that this was when Facebook pages first started launching, but that I actually did the first giveaway ever on Facebook for MyProtein, and I only had about 5,000 followers at the time. But I approached them back in the day, and I told them, look, I have this fan page. I want to celebrate 5,000 people. What you think if we give away just a protein bag, to my followers. And I was happy just receiving a protein bag too, and making a bit of branding for them too. Finally, make sure that you understand the company, and that this is a company that you see yourself working with in the long term. Think strategically. Don't just think like in the next couple of months. Is this a company whose values are aligned with your own values? So get understand what your own values are too, and also what kind of message you want to bring over to your own crowd. I'm sure you've seen these athletes or fitness models who change from one supplement brand to another every couple of months. I know some of these guys who are at their 6th or 7th supplement brand in a span of 2-3 years, and I think that it can affect your reputation a lot, because you lose credibility. I mean, one month you're saying hey, this is the best protein, whatever. A couple of months later you're saying it's another than another. I mean, people who have been following you since a long time, they're not going to believe it anymore, and your word is actually going to be worth much less, because I mean, how can you still believe somebody who says the exact same thing about a different company every couple of months? So think about that. Think long term. Make sure that whoever you're contacting is somebody that you love and that you truly believe in too. I mean, one thing again, looking back at my past, those people following me since the start will know that before I had any financial incentive, or before there was any cooperation between me and MyProtein, I actually would recommend MyProtein. Why? Because it was a company that I truly liked. If you look at the I don't want to advertise in this video, but if you look in the rankings on sites like labdoer.com, which are third-party independent labs, and they come tops in terms of quality. I also like the fact that they have a ton of different ingredients, so you can actually make your own thing. It's like no hype thing, and this is very much in alignment with how I want to portray myself. So think about this when you approach a company too. So to summarize: offer before asking, quality over quantity, be proactive and original, and think long term. If you like the video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions or comments, just drop them down below and I'll happily answer them for you.